This is the AudioModder sequencer for push. At the moment we don't have any ability to sequence when in instrument mode. So I've made a max patch that will take over a portion of the push controller and allow us to do that. So to start, we just drop this on MIDI track 1. It must be MIDI track 1. And it will set the monitor in. So it will receive MIDI data on the input always, no matter what track you've got selected. So if I create a new track or I'm over here, it will continuously receive MIDI. Now, while we're in this mode, we actually get to keep the scale that push will be set in. So I'm going to set it to Phrygian in D. And if I press Shift Note, the max patch will take over these buttons and these buttons. So if I actually press a note now, or press a step, it'll create a clip and it will let us start replacing information in that step for that clip. And it will also replace the velocity. We can also enter in chords. And we can keep replacing over a particular section to aid with composition. We can also, if we actually say we enter in data that we don't like, we can also double click to erase. We can also hold a step, and when in this mode we can actually record subtle gestures. So if I enter in that, you'll actually see that in the clip we get the subtle timing offsets that were entered in after the first note. So the first note will always enter in on the step, but the timing differences will still be preserved. If I want to erase a range, I can click from here to erase that range. I also have the ability to use that hold record mode to punch in at a point. So it doesn't really matter if I'm in perfect timing. I don't have to punch in and I don't have to record exactly when I'm overdubbing. I can just hold that step and start recording. The normal functions still work, so if I've got information keyed in, and I want to say double the clip length, I can. And I can use these buttons here to select if I want to edit the second bar. If I press this clip button, it will take over the LCD display and this functionality for these buttons. I have to press clip again to exit out of that functionality, otherwise the LCD display is disabled. So if I press a step, I can also nudge that step. And if there's more information in that step, nudging will nudge everything up to the end of the step or the start of the step. We can also change the velocity, which is scaling the velocity of all of those notes contained within there, and we can change the note length. We press Shift Note if we want to resume to normal push functionality. So if, for example, we're using the browser, and I want to go back to push functionality, we have to do that. So at the moment we've got this VST massive patch loaded, which I find works quite well for velocity. It's called Boast Dofler. Also, if I hit down, I can start composing on a new clip again, and I can just press step and I can start composing a new variation. And it can be great for writing super detailed arpeggios. We can also edit in at smaller steps. So if we want to go into 32s, we can do that as well. And we can go into triplets as well. Some of the other functionality that can be useful is we can actually still keep recording while we're in this mode. So if we want to hit record, and we can still use undo.